Good morning, Zio here, and today we talk about DMCA's, Square Enix, and the possible loss of a channel coming up soon. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about. In fact, I'm probably gonna have to do a couple of videos on this because there's other stuff related to it that I do want to talk about as well. But I think this one we should get into first. So with all that, let's just get into it, shall we? So, I want to say it was last week. Last week we talked about Final Fantasy VII Remake, right? And a screenshot that was going around that clearly looked like a DMCA counterclaim or something at the time, and or takedown of anyway, it looked like it was a takedown, a DMCA takedown of some kind. And at the time, I was wanting more evidence of that, because I, of course, following the thread that one came from was, of course, the people saying, oh, the anti-Square people are at it again, that sort of thing, hardy har har. And of course, the people who hate Square, I guess, was just touting it up somewhere, going, see. Anyway, point is, I needed evidence. I needed more evidence than that. I wanted something more, because that screenshot cuts off some very crucial information, which is information I showed, or how to obtain said information, making it very easy to actually get and screenshot it to where you don't have to cut it off unless you're maybe faking the DMCA or something, or it's from somewhere else and you're trying to make it seem like it's from somebody else entirely, or that sort of thing. So we dived into it, right? We talked about it for a bit, and I wanted some evidence. And I know I got Trials of Mana on the screen, but that's for a reason. We're going to be talking about another channel today. Cupgem is what the channel's name is, that quite frankly could find itself completely deleted off the platform soon, because quite frankly, this person has the evidence that I was kind of looking for. It's with Trials of Mana, which is another Square Enix game. Trials of Mana is an older game, and it has been recently remade in a full HD thing, which of course now is on Steam. But yeah, I wanted to bring this up to just show what we're talking about. But we're talking about this here, Trials of Mana, and Square Enix. Alright, so there's going to be this really weird jump cut right here, right? I apologize, I got a phone call, so I had to cut off a bit there and immediately jump to this right here. So I'm going to backtrack just a little bit. We're talking about Trials of Mana, of course. And we're talking about a YouTube channel called Cupgem, right? And DMCA's, of course. Now, this is Trials of Mana. It is a remake of a game that came out a while back. It's a 3D HD remake something another. I'd show it to you. However, Square Enix, one of my favorite companies, by the way, is being a colossal douche nugget. Anyway, so, aside from that, because yes, I'm a huge fan of Square, always had been. I mean, not so much of some of this thing. Yeah, forget it. Anyway, that's a video for its own thing. But yeah, just like Blizzard, they've always been one of my favorite companies, and they're being complete douche nozzles right now. So yeah, we'll get into that. So we've got Trials of Mana, right? And we're going to talk about Final Fantasy, what's going on with that tomorrow, I believe, because this is going to be too much for one video, especially with it storming right now. And anyway, we're just gonna hop on over here to Cupgem. This is Cupgem. Seems to be doing sort of long play LPs of sorts, a lot of meme stuff. There was other things here, a lot of meme things and comparisons between like the old version of, say, Trials of Mana and the newer Trials of Mana, along with some other stuff here. it doesn't seem to be doing half bad at all. We're looking at a channel with 17.2k subscribers right here, and this is happening to a larger channel than myself, of course. I mean, is it the largest channel? No, it's not, you know, definitely not PewDiePie. Nobody's PewDiePie. But, you know, it's not like a 600 and some K subscribed channel, but it's not like 100 subscribe channel either. This is a large channel that has quite a bit going for it. It's got other things, does live streams among other stuff, of course. You've got links to all the different little things here, from Tumblr to Twitch to Twitter, Instagram, all sorts of other things. And this channel is getting hit. And you know, one of the things that I was talking about, I don't know if I got it cut off or not, but was talking about was the Final Fantasy VII thing, and how the I was looking for proof, right? You know, I was looking for something like this. Well, not this specifically, but this is going to be the thing here, where we've got 3 copyright strikes, and it's not just 3. There's plenty more where this where this is going to, but we've got a list here of multiple different things. There are, well, and go back here, you can see we've got, like, it looks like several copyright claims, which isn't that big of a thing. Sure, it takes any revenue that you may make on the thing, but they're a lot easier to fight, right? You just submit a counter, you know, say it's fair use, you know, make your claim or whatnot. Usually those things come back. I've had several of those myself, and I've generally have gotten them back, but DMCAs are a bit of a different thing. So he's got several videos here. I think this is the same thing, just enlarged. But yeah, and it's all Trials of Mana. And they're all coming from Square Enix. That is what I was looking for on that last one, was the content removed by Square Enix and the information from that, which of course now I have for Trials of Mana instead. But this is getting really ridiculous. Look, I've got it. We're talking about the DMCA system, right? It's a system set up in place for companies to protect their copyright, essentially. All right? And, well, it gets abused between automatic content content bots, among other things. It gets abused really, really bad by law and stuff. Of course, YouTube has to take that stuff down immediately when there is a copyright strike submitted. All right, we're gonna just sort of back here for a bit, but you know, because by law that's what they're supposed to do, which also by law is why a lot of people complain about YouTube doing all this censoring and things, where you can't say certain words and can't do certain things and talk about certain subjects. And if you're doing tinfoil conspiracy hat, you might as well not even put it on YouTube at this point in time, because YouTube is going to essentially just, you know, take you down for it. They'll take out your entire channel if they see need be. But you know, with the DMCA and stuff like that, they have things like safe. What I'm trying to get to is safe harbor, right? You know, they're not held liable for what is, you know, put up on their thing. That's the whole thing with the Susie Lou thing, right? Where she's putting up copyrighted material and changing it in a way to where the automatic ID claims won't claim it, of course, and stuff like that, right? And this way it doesn't hold YouTube liable. Why people complain about the censorship, because there's no need to. If there's something illegal happening, you know, somebody can submit the claims or whatever and get it taken down. But the problem is people use it. This DMCA system is broken at the same time. Something needs to be done about the broken DMCA, essentially, because you know, it's one thing if I took episodes of Game of Thrones or whatever and put them up full cloth or something, or I went over to I don't know, say Nathan Sifu, and I ripped his Legend of Zelda series that he's currently playing and then started uploading them on my own channel. without doing anything with it, just whole cloth straight up upload, he could come in and DMCA that, right? That would be a DMCA offense because that's his stuff, that's his gameplay, that's his commentary that would be re-uploading as my own at that point in time. However, that's with things like TVs, movies, and stuff like that, and other people's created content, of course. Gameplay, on the other hand, you buy the game, you want to share the game out there, and it's not really a violation of the DMCA to be doing Let's Plays and stuff and putting it up there. I mean, some people may think it is, other people may not think it is. I don't think it is. That's my personal opinion. There are a few court cases out there for other things, but I don't think anything related with gameplay yet out there. But when it comes down to it, a lot of this stuff has to do with spoilers. When you start digging in, why is Square DMCAing things? Why is Square coming in with such a vicious hammer on everything Square related? And I sure hope they don't come after my Final Fantasy XIV stuff, or my channel is going to be done at that point in time. But they're worried about spoilers. And it's the same thing with Atlas and Persona 5. They were like, you can stream or put LP up to a certain date in game, but after that, everything else will be DMCA'd. That's not what the DMCA is for. The DMCA is not for you to prevent people from spoiling the game or whatever it is, right? That's not what it is. It's like using the DMCA to silence somebody who disagrees with you or makes fun of your forehead or something to that, that's not what the DMCA is for, which is why I say it's a broken system that needs some fixing. Like, you need to legitimately have some kind of claim that can be vetted by somebody other than, a courthouse 3 years down the road and thousands of dollars later that can be able to say, yeah, that's not a violation of DMCA. You can't strike that just because you don't want them to spoil the ending. And when it comes to spoilers, it's on the individual at that point on whether or not they try to avoid them or get spoiled. I vigilantly avoid anything pertaining to certain subjects that I don't want spoiled, and I've done really dang good job over the years to not be spoiled by something until I get around to see it or play it. For me, in my personal opinion, it's really not that hard to do that. However, it may not be so much for you, and I understand that. You don't want to get spoiled. If you don't want to take steps to prevent that, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about that. But it's not up to Square to start crushing channels like this just because they don't want something to be spoiled or something like that. That is a ridiculous thing. If I want to go out and see the ending to Persona 5 because maybe I've played a bunch of it and just never got around to finishing it, but I want to go ahead and see the ending, how it played out, I should have the right to go out and search that. If I want to see the ending to Final Fantasy VII Remake, I want the ability to go out and search for that on my own and go, okay, I'm going to go spoil it for myself because I'm never going to get around to playing this game or something like that, but I still want to see what happened. How did they change the story? I'm just not going to get around to playing it. Spoilers doesn't prevent somebody from honestly playing the game. All right, I hope that one wasn't too bad because I'm not about, I just ain't got the time to go cut that part out. Anyway, another phone call. But yeah, it's not up to them to be crushing channels like that just because they may spoil the game for somebody. I think that is a ridiculous notion. And Square, listen to me. You need to stop. You need to stop now. I mean, right now, this is probably the point where somebody would put the meme of Michael Jordan or somebody, stop it, or somebody else. I just don't have the memes to do it. I mean, I could, but I just don't do that sort of thing. Anyway, go check out Cupgem. Maybe you might like what they have to offer, especially since they may not be around for too much longer. But yeah, go ahead and share this video out far and wide, and I guess that's about all I got to say on the subject right now, but we will definitely get more into it, probably pretty heavy tomorrow when we start talking about Final Fantasy. So I will talk to you later. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.